everyone and welcome to KYE Interactive. I am your host Trupta Kolgud-Natkarni. On this digital platform, we speak to entrepreneurs from various fields and they tell us why 9 to 5 wasn't for them, but they wanted to do something very, very different. They wanted to follow their passion, their heart. So my guest today is someone who is very passionate about psychology and always aspired to be a counselor. Tanya Poonawala worked in an NGO called the MANAV Foundation, where she studied more about a psychosocial rehabilitation, therapy, and counseling for adults living with mental illness. Over the years, she moved towards alternative healing and the mind-body connection, and she founded BoTān, where she administers the Bach Flower Therapy. Tanya believes that this is a completely natural and a holistic therapy involving the consumption of different flower essences to elevate one's well-being. This therapy also puts emotions at the forefront, and any physical malady is just a manifestation of what is actually happening inside. So that sounds really, really amazing indeed, and we can't wait to find out more from Tanya. So hi Tanya and welcome to the KYE Interactive platform. How are you doing today?
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you so much. So, please tell us a little bit more about BoTan, your venture, and what exactly is flower therapy, because it sounds really amazing.
So I'll tell you a little bit about how I got into it.
Sure.
So I first experienced it on myself because I went to a therapist because I needed help at that time in my life, around a year ago actually. And my therapist gave me these remedies, and I experienced it for the first time then, and I experienced how easily it helped me, So post that, I had my own kind of journey in lockdown. I explored myself a lot. I turned inward, so there was a lot of self-exploration, a lot of insights that I had about myself, and that kind of led me to alternative healing. And I realized that I'm very interested in exploring the mind-body connection because I was seeing it in myself as well.
Okay.
So through that journey, I went back to my therapist. I told her that, listen, I'm really interested in this. Can you set me up with something? How can I learn how to do it?
Yeah.
And, it just kind of happened. Circumstances just unfold. And yeah, she put me in touch. I did the requisite courses that I need to for it. And I decided to start right away because that's just something that I want to do. And that's been in my mind for a while now, to be able to help people.
Yeah.
And this was a great avenue for that. So I just put it into action, and yeah, here I am.
It's just meant to be. I think certain things are just meant to fall.
Yeah, literally just fall into place. Yeah.
So you said that you wanted to help people, but other than that, like, why entrepreneur? Like, why didn't you want a 9 to 5? Why did you want to become an entrepreneur and start something of your own?
So honestly, I never really thought of myself as an entrepreneur per se. It was just, I want to help people. I'm interested in this field. This field gives me the scope to do my own thing, to explore in my own way. Because what I do is it's a service, and the main part of the service is me, right? So who I am, what I can bring to the table, that is what I do, right? So it kind of just fits into my field and me as a person. And also growing up, I never really saw myself as part of an organization. I've had those experiences. I've worked in organizations, I've interned and done things like that, but I've always wanted to just carve my own space out in the world, and this gives me the chance to do that.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Great, very well said indeed. You always wanted your own space and you're doing it in the most wonderful way possible. So, what is it about this field that, gives you a sense of accomplishment or, satisfaction, or aise bole to kick jo milta hai, that that what I'm doing is the right thing. What is it about this field?
So I think for me, genuinely, my clients are my sense of accomplishment. So when I have people coming back to me, feeling better, feeling different, feeling more positive, just feeling like they're on the right path, that to me gives me that kick. And I think just as a person, I've always been very empathetic, and I like helping people. I like putting myself out there, giving energy to helping people. So yeah, when people are coming back to me and saying that I love the way you conducted the session, I'm feeling so much better just talking to you, and literally then seeing that trajectory grow and the upward growth, that it's really fulfilling.
Absolutely. Amazing. So, Tanya, is it possible for you to like share an example? Now, say, maybe somebody comes to you, they're feeling under the weather, they have a headache or something. Like, so do you have specific flower essences for those specific, to treat something? Like, how does it work? Because it's very intriguing.
How does it work?
Yeah, we would like to know. So, are you able to share it? I mean,
yeah, of course. So, how this works is basically it uses flowers at its base. It uses flowers and it uses the essences of particular flowers.
okay.
Now, how it works is that each flower is connected to a certain emotion or a personality type or a state of being, right? So, when somebody comes to me, I'll have a consult session with them. I'll ask them who they are, what they're about, what their stressors are, what they're feeling like, and I'll get to know them.
Okay.
Now, as you said in the beginning, this is not focused on physical maladies or physical difficulties, because all of that is viewed as a reflection of what's going on inside. So if you come to me with a headache, there's nothing specific that I can give you for a headache, but I will understand why is the headache happening, when does it happen, what are you going through emotionally, what are you dealing with as a person, and why is that perhaps contributing to a physical symptom. So as you said, there's no specific combination of remedies for anybody. It's just completely customized. So even for example, I'll give you an example. So for something like trauma, it's quite a heavy topic. For something like trauma, every individual person will have gone through their own experience. And there are certain things related to trauma, like for example, anxiety related, certain memories associated, the feeling of shock, feeling of fear, feeling that it'll happen again. So those are certain things that can, those are related to trauma, but still, even as I talk to a person, they'll have something or the other that's specific to them. And that is what I address in the remedies. So I basically give them a bottle. It's to consume, and the bottle has remedies that are very, very specific to that person, regardless of their circumstances.
Right. Okay, good.
Yeah.
And so it's like custom made for a particular
Absolutely. Yeah, and it can't be any other way. Like that is the point of this. It's exactly for the person.
Right. Amazing. So, whenever you start a new venture, there are bound to be some obstacles or some challenges, like can be any words, but they all mean the same. So like in your case, what were some of the obstacles you faced, or, the barriers you broke in this journey?
So the field I'm in, mental health and even mental illness, it's very stigmatized in India, especially. And I've experienced that a lot in my work with my NGO. So I've been in this field for around 3 years now, and there's a lot of stigma associated, and it's not associated with any socioeconomic background. It's everywhere. So just getting people to acknowledge and realize that I might need help for something, that in itself is a task. And though it's opening up now, people are more willing and able to, recognize that they need help.
Correct.
It's still tough. So that is a challenge. And on top of that, what I'm doing is an alternative form of healing, right? It's not conventional. It's not very well known even. So just to tell people about that, and to, maybe help people understand that this can work, and it does work. I've seen it on people. It works on animals as well. So it's not that, like a lot of people say it's placebo effect kind of thing, but it works on animals as well. And animals don't know that they're getting the remedies, right? So to convince people of that and just talk about this as something that's so different from what anyone's heard, that has been kind of a challenge. And I think I've just been trying to overcome that by spreading awareness. Talking about it, talking about specific remedies, a remedy for anxiety. So if someone at least resonates with that, okay, I'm feeling anxious, maybe I can talk to this person. It can go from there, right? So baby steps. And I think that has been the challenge, to get people to talk about it and, acknowledge that
Correct.
things can be worked on.
Correct. Because like you said, there's still a taboo, but thankfully I think now people are becoming more aware and at least opening up. So that is definitely a step in a positive direction. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
so,
And also,
yeah.
interestingly, I've found that a lot of people are also open to alternative therapy and alternative healing.
Correct.
So there is kind of that dichotomy where some people are just not interested, but some people are really open to it.
Absolutely.
So and that also kind of, helps motivate me, and it keeps pushing me forward because there is so much scope for it.
There is. Absolutely. Wonderful. So, at this stage, what is needed from your side to take, BoTan to the next step, like, to reach your business goals? What is needed from your side?
So I think, as I said, my business is about me. So it's what I can offer. It's who I am, right? Because it's a service, and everything rotates around what I can offer as a person, and of course as a therapist. Right. So the relationship that I have with my clients, the trust that I build, the network that I have, that is something that's very crucial to, taking BoTan to the next level. And for that to happen, for me to build on myself professionally, I need to build on myself personally. So I need to have balance. I need to attend to all aspects of myself: physical, emotional, spiritual, intellectual. I need to keep myself stable in order to help people.
Absolutely.
So that, I think, is just very important for me. Yeah. And just to grow and adapt and be the best person that I can be for my clients.
Absolutely. And
because that's what I think kind of sets it apart, right? Because it's a service at the end of the day. I'm doing this for people, and that's what's the most important.
And so, like you said, you wear so many hats because you're an entrepreneur, so you have to adapt and change according to every customer.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially in a field like therapy, I really just have to be so intuitive about what the person needs, what they want, even who they are, how to speak. It's very different. So and I think that it's nice that I love it. I love doing that. I love growing myself with my clients, because every person and every session is a new learning for me. So to be able to stay open to that and keep learning with that is crucial.
Absolutely. And I was going to say, it does show from your face how passionate you're about it, just because when you're talking about it, there's so much passion. So, you're definitely in the right field. I didn't mean to ask, like, BoTan, I get like tan is from Tanya, but like the Bo, can you just...
So botany, right? Because this is to do with plants, and so a mixture of botany and Tanya.
Tanya, okay, nice.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, when you started this journey up till now, how do you think it has changed you? Like, what changes has it brought about in you?
So, as I said, all my clients are people who are looking to be better as people. They want to grow, they want to change in a positive way, and they're just kind of looking to be the best version of themselves. So that has just made me see so much positivity in the world. It's increased my level of empathy, because I'm really just seeing people from all walks of life just do the best they can. And that's it changes, to see so much positivity in people and in the world. Even just the tenacity of human beings, how much you can stand, how much you can handle what you've been through, how you're, killing it today. So that, and, just growing with my clients, as I said. And also, it's made me confident of what I can offer as a therapist and as a person, because nobody can take this away from me. Like, I view this as my strength. Like, this is what I'm good at, and this is what I can do for people. And I've seen that in just the responses that I've been getting as well from people. So it's made me feel more comfortable in who I am as well, because I really feel like this is what I'm meant to do.
Absolutely. And I think COVID, like, it happened like this full last year. I think just the stresses and everything, like, increased manyfold, so I think a lot of people, like you said, are open to trying out different things, just anything that will help them, stay.
Like mental health really came to the fore before COVID. And I know, because when I was at my organization before, we were struggling a lot with awareness and just getting people to understand that mental health is important. And then COVID just came in, and it really brought it to the fore. So that was in a way, good thing that happened, a good consequence of
Absolutely.
this, and a lot of people have needed it. A lot of people have been going through a lot,
Yeah.
during this time. So, yeah.
Awesome. So lastly, we just wanted to ask you, like, what are some words of wisdom or some advice that you would like to give to the upcoming and budding entrepreneurs? Because many times there are ideas, but how to go about it is a little bit of a challenge. So what would you like to say to them?
Um, so of course there are ideas, right? But there needs to be a goal. So I think for me, what was important was to have a goal, and my goal was very simply, but was to help people and to raise awareness about what I do, because that will go hand in hand. The more people that know about it, the more people I can help. So to have that goal and then really just go for it, like with integrity, with passion. I think passion is very important in this field, just getting out there and doing your own thing. Super important to have that passion and be willing to just keep going, that dedication to just keep going and be willing to learn. It's fine if you make mistakes. It's fine that, okay, this was a setback. How do I, overcome, and how do I get past it? That's important as well. And what else? Yeah, just to be passionate about what you do, and not feel fear. And I think I'm very fortunate to have had that environment for me. I've had a lot of support from my family, from my friends, a lot of support to just help me realize this passion of mine. And I realize that a lot of people don't, especially women. A lot of women do not have that opportunity, and there's a lot of things dragging them down. So I think, yeah, just to, if you have that idea and if you have that passion, to go for it. And there will be fear, but fear is okay, and failure is okay. It's not the opposite of success, it's a part of success.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be my
Great. Yeah, just go
take
for
on
it,
it.
and don't fear failure. Just think of it as a
Yeah.
process. So,
And find those people that support you, listen to the right people, have the right, words going into your ear and into your mind. Surround yourself with that energy that really helps you achieve that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that was some really, really good advice, Tanya. Thank you so much for giving us your time and coming and speaking with us on the KYE Interactive platform. We wish
Thank you
BoTAN
so
all
much
the
for
very
having me.
best. And it was really
Thank
nice
you.
speaking with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You too. Thank you so much for having me.
Take care. Bye bye.
You too. Bye bye.